You've been lied to. Here's something that sounds impossible. The wealthiest people in the world have the most debt. We're talking millions, sometimes billions of dollars in debt, yet they keep getting richer while everyone else who borrows money gets poorer. Warren Buffett's company has over $120 billion in debt. Elon Musk has borrowed against his Tesla shares multiple times. Real estate moguls built empires using other people's money. Meanwhile, the average person is told that debt is evil and that borrowing money leads to financial ruin. So what's the difference? Why does debt make rich people richer while it makes poor people poorer? Well, I'm about to show you 6 ways the wealthy use debt to make money. And stick with me until the end, and I promise it will change how you think about money forever. Here is the lie. Society has programmed you to believe that all debt is bad debt. This is exactly what the wealthy want you to believe. While you're saving up to pay cash for a $300,000 house over 15 years, they're using debt to buy 5 $300,000 houses today and letting tenants pay off the mortgages. The truth is, there are 2 types of debt: debt that makes you poor and debt that makes you rich. Poor people use debt to buy liabilities, things that take money out of their pockets. Rich people use debt to buy assets, things that put money in their pockets. Here's what the wealthy know that most people don't. They understand that in an inflationary economy, debt becomes cheaper over time, while assets become more valuable. They're essentially getting paid to borrow money. Let's look at some strategies. Strategy number 1. Real estate leverage. The millionaire maker. The first way rich people make money with debt is through real estate leverage. This strategy alone has created more millionaires than any other investment method in history. Instead of saving $500,000 to buy one rental property with cash, wealthy investors put $100,000 down 5 times and buy 5 properties worth $500,000 each. They now control $2.5 million in real estate with the same $500,000. Each property generates rental income that covers the mortgage payment, taxes, and expenses. The tenants literally pay off the debt for the investor. Meanwhile, all 5 properties appreciate in value, building equity. Let's run the numbers. Say each property appreciates 3% per year and generates $200 monthly in positive cash flow. After 10 years, those 5 properties have appreciated by $750,000 total, the investor collected $120,000 in cash flow, and tenants paid down $400,000 in mortgage principal. That's over $1.2 million in wealth created from a $500,000 investment. The cash buyer who purchased one property would have made about $150,000 in appreciation. Wealthy investors then use the BRRRR method: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. They refinance properties to pull out cash, then use that cash to buy more properties. This creates compound growth on steroids, powered entirely by debt. Strategy number 2. Business leverage, scaling with other people's money. Smart entrepreneurs use debt to scale their businesses faster than possible with just their own capital. If they can borrow money at 6% interest and invest it in their business to generate 20% returns, they're making 14% profit on money that isn't theirs. Consider a restaurant owner who wants to expand. Instead of saving $500,000 to open a second location, they take an SBA loan for $400,000 and put down $100,000. If the new restaurant generates $150,000 in annual profit and the loan payment is $40,000 per year, they're making $110,000 profit on a $100,000 investment, a 110% return. They can open 5 new locations using debt, generating $550,000 in additional annual profit while only investing $500,000 of their own money. Without debt, they would have needed $2.5 million to achieve the same expansion. Business leverage works because successful businesses generate returns that far exceed borrowing costs. Interest payments are typically tax-deductible, reducing the effective cost of borrowing even further. Strategy number 3. Stock market leverage. Portfolio margin mastery. Wealthy investors use portfolio margin to borrow against their stock portfolios at extremely low interest rates, often just 2 to 4% annually. Instead of selling appreciated stocks and paying capital gains taxes, they borrow against their portfolios. Here's an example. An investor has a $2 million stock portfolio. Instead of selling $200,000 worth of stocks and paying $40,000 in capital gains taxes, they borrow $200,000 against their portfolio at 3% interest. The annual interest cost is just $6,000, saving them $34,000 compared to selling. They invest that borrowed money in real estate, start a business, or buy more stocks. If their investments generate returns higher than the 3% borrowing cost, they're making money with borrowed funds while avoiding taxes on their original investments. Sophisticated investors create multiple layers of leverage, borrowing against stocks to buy real estate, then borrowing against real estate to buy more stocks, amplifying their returns while maintaining conservative loan-to-value ratios. Strategy number 4. Tax arbitrage. Borrowing to avoid taxes. Tax arbitrage involves using debt to minimize tax obligations while maximizing after-tax returns. Instead of selling appreciated assets and paying capital gains taxes, wealthy individuals borrow against those assets. Consider a tech entrepreneur whose company stock appreciated from $1 million to $50 million. Selling $5 million worth of stock would trigger over $1 million in long-term capital gains taxes. Instead, they borrow $5 million against their stock at 4% interest, paying just $200,000 annually while avoiding the tax hit entirely. They invest that borrowed $5 million in tax-advantaged assets, real estate with depreciation benefits, or municipal bonds with tax-free interest. The investment returns offset the borrowing costs while providing additional tax benefits. Wealthy families use this for estate planning too. Instead of selling assets and paying taxes during their lifetime, they borrow against appreciating assets and pass the full value to their heirs, who receive a stepped-up basis that eliminates capital gains taxes entirely. Strategy number 5. Currency arbitrage. Profiting from global differences. Currency arbitrage involves borrowing in one currency to invest in another, taking advantage of interest rate differentials. Wealthy investors borrow money in low interest rate currencies and invest in higher yielding assets denominated in different currencies. For example, borrowing Japanese yen at 0.5% interest and investing in US real estate generating 8% returns creates a 7.5% spread. They might borrow Swiss francs at 2% to buy rental properties in emerging markets, generating 12% returns. Sophisticated investors combine this with hedging strategies to minimize currency risk, using currency forwards or options to lock in exchange rates. This requires deep understanding of international markets and typically involves working with private banks specializing in currency arbitrage. But it is lucrative. Strategy number 6. Leverage buyouts, acquiring assets with minimal capital. The most advanced strategy involves using leverage buyouts to acquire income-producing assets with minimal personal capital. This is how private equity firms build massive wealth using primarily borrowed money. The structure involves identifying an asset that generates enough cash flow to service debt payments. The investor puts down a small percentage and borrows the rest, using the asset's cash flow to pay off the debt. Example: an investor identifies a business generating $500,000 in annual cash flow available for $2 million. They put down $400,000 and borrow $1.6 million. The business's cash flow covers the debt service while providing additional income. Over time, as debt is paid down and the business grows, the investor builds substantial equity with minimal initial capital. They eventually refinance or sell, using the proceeds to acquire larger assets and repeat the process. Private equity firms use 60 to 80% debt financing, allowing them to generate massive returns on their equity investments. The key is thorough due diligence and ensuring the asset generates sufficient cash flow to service debt even during challenging conditions. But what really separates wealthy people isn't just their strategies, it's their mindset about debt. They understand debt is a tool that builds wealth in the right hands and destroys it in the wrong hands. Wealthy people never use debt to buy liabilities or fund consumption. They only borrow money to acquire assets that generate returns exceeding the borrowing cost. They maintain conservative debt-to-equity ratios and always have multiple exit strategies. Most importantly, they understand that in an inflationary economy, fixed-rate debt becomes cheaper over time while assets appreciate. They're using inflation as a wealth-building tool rather than a wealth-destroying force. Look, this might challenge everything you've been taught about debt. If you've been following conventional wisdom of avoiding debt at all costs, these strategies might seem risky. But here's the reality. While you're saving up to pay cash for everything, wealthy people are using debt to acquire multiple assets, generate multiple income streams, and build wealth faster than would ever be possible with just their own money. The difference isn't that they're reckless. It's that they understand how to use debt strategically to acquire appreciating assets that generate returns exceeding the borrowing costs. These 6 strategies have created more wealth than any other investment approach in history. Real estate leverage alone has made more millionaires than the stock market or any other wealth-building method. The question is, are you ready to change your relationship with debt? Are you ready to stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like an investor? Which of these strategies resonates most with you? Have you ever used debt to acquire assets, or have you been avoiding it entirely? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And if this video opened your eyes to how the wealthy really use debt, smash that subscribe button. I'm going to keep revealing the strategies that separate the rich from everyone else. The strategies they don't teach in school, but that actually build real wealth. Your financial future depends on understanding how money really works, not how you've been told it works. See you on the next one.